Yeah, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judgment. Yes, I muted my mic by accident. Actually weird that I did that, to be honest with you. But hit that like button, people, on your way in. Subscribe to the channel. There's a lot of conflicting news out there. I am not muted now. I'm actually good now. I know that because I actually did not mute my mic. Now, hit that like button, people, on your way in. There's a lot of conflicting news out there. From Mark Gahey agreeing personal terms per Fabrizio Romano to Mark Gahey not agreeing personal terms with Liverpool. Leone is joining Liverpool, that is for sure. But then there is the Rodrygo news to Manchester City that if Savinho leaves, and okay, if Savinho is going to leave, that is another deal, another problem. You know what I mean? Big up everybody that is here. We have hit 40,000 subscribers overnight. Right, that is something that I said if I reach that before the season, it will be an achievement for me. And we hit 40,000 subscribers before we actually get to the season, believe it or not. You know what I mean? And that is with your help, with everyone's help here, with all the people that watch the videos, with everyone that liked the video, with everyone that subscribed to the channel, share the video. You guys made it fantastic. You know what I mean? It's literally 40,000 subscribers. I can't thank you enough for this. I never imagined that I would reach 40,000 that quickly, on to 50K, which is half the 100 to the plaque, the YouTube plaque. So it's a fantastic achievement with you and by you. We talk. What is this? Big up the people, of course, that joined from Osam's stream. With Wolfie and Ash. Brilliant streams as always. Hit the like button, guys, if you are here. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. The Baleba stuff that is happening, the Eze things, the Alexander Zinchenko crying in the media, the Arteta being called out by Tony Adams. Everything is happening at football before the Spurs game versus PSG. And since I woke up, I only took an hour off until this moment. What is wrong? But that is what is going on. There is the Savinho if he moves. Where do we start, people? Where do we start? It's by you and for you. So where do we start? And also, I want to hear your comments. I want to hear, where do we start? You know what I mean? Where do we start? There's 500 people in the house. I actually want to start with the Eze thing. It's kind of weird though what is going on. Someone says City news. There's not a lot of City news. There's no update from yesterday. As of Savinho makes a move, Manchester City are planning to go for Rodrygo. All I have to tell you about this is if Rodrygo joins Manchester City, it changes the whole complexion of how we're looking into the league, by the way. And if you don't think that we have the same energy, it is the same energy. We said if Rodrygo joins Liverpool, even without Isak, it changes the complexity of the league. If Rodrygo joined Arsenal, it changes the complexity of the league. If Rodrygo joined Chelsea, it changes the complexity of the league. And I believe that Rodrygo joining Man City will change the complexity of the league and how we look at the Premier League and how we look at who's favorites. We spoke about Manchester City's defense and not defense, but I believe Rodrygo joining them basically makes their attack very strong to the point that probably their defense won't matter. It won't matter as much. Because I said that as of now, Savinho's there. He's not the greatest. Doku's there. He's not the greatest. Marmoush is good and everything. And Haaland is there, but nobody is going to serve him. But you get Rodrygo, and we're talking about a completely different ball game. Attacking wise, we're completely talking about a different ball game. And you have to put some respect on the City name more. And you have to take them more seriously. By the way, this morning on Footy Judgmo, and hit the like button, we heard Igal and Staffy saying that they see Chelsea finishing ahead of City. Do people have the same opinion? Okay, I'm going to give you a hypothetical. And I want you to bear here with me. Can we get like this over 500 people? At least 300 likes on the solo show. It pushes the channel, right? Let me ask you a question, right? If Simons joined Chelsea and Rodrygo joined City, do people still have the opinion that Chelsea will finish ahead of Manchester City? Or you're changing your tone? Because if your tone was Chelsea are going to finish ahead of Man City because of the defense and the midfield, that hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. You know what I mean? But people think that Rodrygo joining like City will finish ahead of Chelsea are finishing ahead of City. La ilaha illallah. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of strange. I don't know who that is, but Rahmatullah Ali. Rahmatullah Ali. I genuinely believe if City get Donnarumma, okay, let's imagine that City get Donnarumma and they get Rodrygo. I believe Donnarumma takes them backwards and Rodrygo takes them forward. I'm not changing my opinion until I see Donnarumma perform with his feet. The journalist in Gaza, Alf Rahma wa Nur Ali, Habib. Alf Rahma wa Nur Ali, Rahimallah. Alf Rahma wa Nur Ali. Until I see Donnarumma play with his feet for Manchester City, no, but also I'm not stupid. I genuinely think that that Chelsea might sign a center back. A goalkeeper, I think you are so adamant, Papa Beard, about this goalkeeper. You have always been saying this as you are actually downplaying your team. You are so not confident that you're downplaying your team. Sanchez have improved. Not with Sanchez. We're not doing anything with Sanchez. I'm not telling you to go and win the league. We're not doing it as long as we have this bum goalkeeper. This bum goalkeeper performed miracles in the final that made you win against PSG. Didn't he? Bro. Fine, like why do people it's all Hossam's fucking fault, bro. It's all Hossam's fault. Leopard in the tree. We are the leopard in the tree. It's all Hossam's fault. We're all here. We're not challenging. We are the underdogs. It's all Hossam. This gimmick is shit. And it's not only about winning the league. Forget winning the league. This leopard in the tree, this gimmick of no expectations. There's no expectations on Liverpool. We have a new manager. We have a new team. We don't have a DM. We didn't spend any money. So we're the leopard in the tree. It's all Osama's fault. And now every football fan that watches our channels is following the same shit. We have like, listen, we didn't sign anybody. We're the Arsenal must, City must, all this shit. It's now contagious to the rest of the league. All contagious. To the point that I have some City fans, Manchester City, with the best manager in the world, are playing the leopard in the tree shit. You absolute fraud. You can go to his stream and ask him if Curtis Shaw has a lot of followers. He wouldn't, I don't know how I can get to him, but anyway, probably Curtis Shaw is much bigger than me, so in terms of like YouTube, so I can try to do a stream with him. I watched him a couple of times. He's okay. He's okay. He loses his head on watch-alongs. That leopard in the tree shit is jarring, and I don't like it. Big up my man. Wow, that's 50,000 is a lot. Big up my friend. The millionaire, of course, is here giving us 50,000. Of course, more last season, City were underperforming. We overperformed. No, I think you underperformed. We overperformed, didn't we? No! Who said that? Are you talking to Footy Judge Mo? You're talking to Footy Judge Mo. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to me? Or are you talking to other people? You didn't. Actually, last season, you underperformed. Based on the metrics. The ball position, the chance created. Actually, Chelsea underperformed. You should have been way more comfortable in top 4 last season. You basically underperformed, right? You basically and that's the reason underperformed. You underperformed. So because at the end you scraped the top 4 by beating Forest away from home because you underperformed. Not because you overperformed. It's the other way around. You underperformed. I believe the team is capable of more than this. You didn't have a striker, you signed 2. Are you missing the point? You're missing the point. You underperformed, not overperformed. Every metric say that you should have been better than where you were. That's why we were criticizing the manager, because we couldn't find solutions, because we didn't score goals. You want to talk Chelsea? Let's talk Chelsea. You have Caicedo, the best DM last season. You have Enzo Fernandez, arguably the best 8 in the league. If it's not McAllister, it's him. Basically, Declan Rice doesn't. Last season, Declan Rice, apart from the Champions League, Declan Rice doesn't get in the conversation with the 8s. It's Enzo Fernandez and McAllister, and we all know it. Even Arsenal fans know it. They were saying that Declan Rice in the league, especially the first half of the season, was really underperforming. And basically, Arsenal gave up in the league since March. You have the best playmaker in the league. His bad season is 21 GA. Your defense finished 3rd. The whole problem was your forward line. You know what I mean? It's a forward line. So you underperform. You're lying to yourself if you say otherwise. If you had a decent striker last season, you would have been better. You would have done a lot better. And you addressed that, didn't you? You addressed that with Joao Pedro and Delap. So don't do this gimmick. Don't follow the others and don't do the gimmick. Guys, it's 600 people almost. Nah, Mo, Pep is finished. Yeah, people say Pep is finished. You never say Pep is finished. Never. Listen, you'll never see me say Pep is finished. You will never ever catch me say Pep Guardiola is finished. Until he's actually finished. Never. Pep Guardiola is not finished. And anyone that tells you he's finished, he is finished. They are finished. Pep Guardiola, the guy that everyone was saying he's not going to win anything when Erling Haaland joined. Only Erling Haaland scored goals and stuff like this. He won a treble. A treble. Okay? The hardest thing to do. A treble. So no, Pep is not finished. Whoever said Pep is finished. Don't know what he's going to do with Donnarumma though. He's not finished. Congrats on 40K, Mo Broski, 50K. Then the 100 plaque, yes, well deserved, keep the grind. Wallahi, I'm trying. Redline Taranga, I am absolutely trying my best for to grind. Listen, I literally did a show this morning, straight facts, an hour, had a couple of foods, cup of coffee, and then we're here. Then we're watching the Spurs game in like an hour. So we're grinding, we are trying. And thank you for the help. Appreciate the super chats. Thank you for everyone supporting the channel. Thank you. Thank you, Habibi. Thank you, everyone that is here. I'm trying my best. Wallahi. I'm trying my best. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. Who else is saying something in the chat? Who else is here to challenge me? 130 charges. Fuck off. Here you go. This is bullshit. Bullshit. Leopard in the tree shit. Chelsea, broski. Chelsea didn't underperform. Chelsea didn't overperform. They underperformed. And also the Xavi Simons shit that is happening. There is Xavi Simons shit happening. How long? How long? How long until we actually... Why am I waffling, you fraud? Why am I waffling? You fraud. What am I waffling about, you leopard in the tree followers? You leopard in the tree. You remember yourself last season? I'm leopard in the tree. I am the leopard in the tree. Mo, don't put expectations on us. Don't put expectations. We are the leopard in the tree, Mo. Don't put expectations on us. You fraud. Saying I'm waffling. What am I waffling? Are you favorites? You must this season. You must. Liverpool with Isak, you must. We're here for it. We're going to put the pressure all season on Liverpool. Put the pressure all season on Liverpool. All season. We're going to put the pressure on Liverpool. Every single day. You must. You must. You must. You must. But anyway, let's go back to the... People have to... And now I got to ask you guys something for real. Does anybody here think that really Arsenal... Because if we read the news, this is David Ornstein. Of course, he spoke about Eze, and there is Nwaneri, and then new Nwaneri, and all the stuff that is happening, and they aren't going to get a left winger unless they get someone out, and all the stuff. Do you think people are moving away from Arsenal? Do you think the likes of Liverpool and City, especially if City signed Rodrygo, are they moving away? Even if, like, are they moving away? Chelsea are improving their team. Liverpool are improving their team much better than Arsenal. And I want people to tell me otherwise. Because I spoke to Igal earlier today and the others. And people are still saying Arsenal are organized team. They are organized. And people didn't like. By the way, on the football terrace earlier, oh my word. The people that kept saying I'm an anti-Arsenal, I have an agenda against Arsenal. Comes the day where people believe that I have an agenda against Arsenal. Yeah, chat. People in the chat, do you believe this? People on the football terrace earlier were saying that I have an agenda against Arsenal. Do you believe it? Can you believe it? Can you believe this? I have an agenda against Arsenal. It's actually nuts and crazy that I have an agenda against Arsenal. Like, Allah al-Azim, it's like, what is this? And that tells me that that I don't support anybody, and I'm having my opinion is objective. Like, my opinion is objective. You like my opinion and you don't like my opinion, that is completely different. But I'm objective. Yeah. People say I'm a Liverpool supporter. People say I'm a Chelsea supporter. Mo is proper Chelsea. Mo is a Gooner. Mo is a Red. They never say I'm a Man United fan, of course. But they say everything. I like this comment. Defending champs and 400 million still playing underdog. What a bunch of wet pants. They aren't playing underdog, but they're saying that they are saying that Arsenal must and Liverpool must not. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. That Arsenal must and Liverpool must not. That's the talk lately. That is what they're talking about. They are underdogs. They're saying Liverpool are saying that they don't have to win the league. Believe it or not, Liverpool are saying they don't have to win the league. Yeah, it's actually nuts. I need someone to do the fucking like Man City, like the timestamps. Timestamps is a must, and I can't do them while I'm being solo. Fucking weird. Liverpool. Let's say Liverpool. What is it? The timestamps. Liverpool. Mo, you know they never keep the same energy when it's Arsenal or United. What do you mean by that? Can you elaborate? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? What do you mean by this? Oh, I have allergies, bro. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. Like I want to understand if I want to get that, I want to actually get this straight. Okay, if a team that is much better than another team, right, and a team that hasn't done enough, you can just sit down and say that team haven't done enough. Sorry, guys, haven't done enough to win the league. You know what I mean? You can just say this team haven't done enough to win the league. Correct? But you can't tell them they are a must. They're not a must because they believe they want to win it. So how are you telling them they're a must? It's the same as people that say City spend a lot of money. You have the best manager in the world. You must win the league. And then you ask them, do you think City will win the league? They're like, no. We think City have a problem. We think City have a problem. He's like, move on for fuck's sake. Fantastic. Milan, absolutely phenomenal. Great comment. Very encouraging, by the way. Very encouraging. No, as all the football rivals know, is neutral. He talks about Chelsea and Arsenal. I try my best, my friend. I try my best. I try my best. But listen, this Eze talk, the Eze talk is kind of weird currently by the Arsenal. I don't understand why the news is so conflicting. Why Arsenal have been tracking Eze. Arsenal have been trying to get Eze. Ben Jacobs saying that Eze is different than the winger. They're looking at Eze, blah, blah, blah. Just for David Ornstein to come out and say, right? To come out and say that they're not looking at Eze. They were looking at Eze as a replacement for Nwaneri. They're looking to strengthen the left winger only or they sell. So currently, Arsenal, their squad, their squad currently is the squad that they're planning to go next season with, unless someone comes in for Martinelli or Trossard. So Eze or Rodrygo or left winger is not on the table for Arsenal, while Liverpool are still looking for. That's what I understood from David Ornstein. So currently, Liverpool are looking to sign 2 center backs, Isak, and probably a left winger. Manchester City currently are looking maybe to get another winger if Savinho leaves. So, but Arsenal are happy with the squad. So basically, these signings up top are Eucharist and Madueke. Wallah al-Azim, if you told some Arsenal fans this last season, they would tell you you're crazy. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I don't know. Is it the money thing? Yeah, I read that. They are not willing to pay that. I read that. It's right here. I think it's right here in front of me that none of them is willing to pay that much money for him. But you know that Crystal Palace are not going to make that much. They're not going to get that much money for him. By the way, they're not going to get that much money for the guy. You know that for sure. If it's the money for Arsenal, bro, you're fucking shooting yourself in the foot by getting Madueke. You know what I mean? You're shooting yourself in the foot by getting Madueke. So it's the people that say, in our defense, Mo, it was the Arsenal fans who started, you must bullshit. We just throw it back. Fair enough. Do you remember when I said Arsenal is not getting Eze? Madueke was their last big money signing. You said that. And I didn't believe you for a reason. Because everyone told us, and the journalists told us, that Arsenal are still looking at Eze. So do I need to believe German chicken wing? who is super chatting and chatting from his bedroom or his house in Switzerland? Or should I believe Ben Jacobs and the rest of the journalists that are connected to Arsenal, or the hand of Arsenal, the Asgar and Lauren? So which one should I believe? Same for the Isak. You keep telling us that Isak is not going. That is your opinion. But every journalist is telling us that Isak is going to Liverpool. Should I believe you, or I believe the journalists? You to put yourself in my shoes. You hear Fabrizio say something and you hear Footy Judge Mo say something. And I tell you, believe me. And I'm saying something against Fabrizio Romano. Like I genuinely believe that Isak is going, and I believe the reports that Eze is on the table for Arsenal. And they are looking at him. And currently at the moment, they are saying that he still prefers Arsenal. He's waiting for them because there is other news. There are other conflicting news. This wet guy. Stupid. What is the news about him? Where is the news about him? I actually bookmarked it. Here you go. This is the one. That is the Eze thing. There is a lot of talk about Eze, clause. That's the sort of money that Crystal Palace would be looking for. To my knowledge, neither Arsenal or Spurs are prepared to pay the same money. We know that Arsenal seems to be linked to Ethan's Nwaneri. It was going to leave. Clearly, Arsenal were lining up a deal for Eze. So they preferred to renew Ethan Nwaneri over getting Eze. Can I ask you a yes or no question in the chat? A yes or no question. Everyone in the chat, just give me a yes or no, quickly. If you're a rival or an Arsenal fan, do you think Arsenal, if that is the case, the Eze situation, if that is the case, right? Do you think Arsenal should have sacrificed Nwaneri to get Eze? No. A lot of people say no. Do you think that Ethan Nwaneri should, if it meant that Ethan Nwaneri to be sacrificed to get Eze, you say no? You shouldn't, right? No. So everyone agrees that it's a no. Arsenal should not have sacrificed Nwaneri to get Eze, right? So yeah. So a lot of people saying no. Arsenal saying no. Like if you're given one choice, Eze or Nwaneri tomorrow, who are you taking? Like, if it was me, and I'm gonna repeat this again, I like Nwaneri, he's good and everything. I'm not about youth. Like, for me, especially for the Arsenal, like especially for a club like Arsenal, you should be looking at the here and now, not to the future. Not to the future. You should be looking at the here and now. That is my opinion. Well, the better option would be sacrifice Madueke. I agree with you. But in the same time, like, if you're asking me, as if I'm an Arsenal fan, or I'm an Inter fan, or especially if you're an Arsenal fan, you shouldn't be looking for the future. If you ask Liverpool, would you sacrifice Rio for Eze? They will tell you no. But Arsenal, are you guaranteed that Nwaneri is going to succeed? And what is success for Arsenal? Is it Nwaneri being good in 3 years while you don't win the league, or you believe you're going to win the league with Nwaneri? Do you believe that Eze increases your chances of winning the league, or Nwaneri higher, or the champs? Like, if you ask yourself these questions, who's putting you in a better place to win the league? Nwaneri today or Eze today? Which one? Just, can I get one name? Who's making Arsenal closer to win the league title today? Not in 2 years, not in 3 years. Is it doesn't, I don't care about a left winger. The left winger is separate. Okay, so just to let you know, based on the reports, the left winger was always going to be separate from Martinelli and Trossard. The simple answer, and you know it, and I know that you know it, and everyone knows it, right? Is Eze. Simple. Eze makes you closer to win the league next season and the season after. By the way, Spurs are going to sign Eze. Are we ruling out that Spurs become good at Spurs? No, Spurs can bowl at Spurs. Sorry, Eze can actually bowl at Spurs, and he can be absolutely very good. Super duper fucking good. And you'll be sitting here and saying, well, what happened? Like, things are going by, and Arsenal are developing players. Liverpool are buying Wirtz. Yes, Arsenal bought Eucharist, fantastic signing. But people are buying ready-made players. People are buying ready-made players. Yeah, but because one of the main topics, okay, so hear me out. So you want me to stop talking about Arsenal, okay? Great. Great. But Arsenal are the most relevant club now. Do you know why they're the most relevant club now? Because Liverpool are building a good team and they're going to be good anyway. Chelsea don't want any pressure to win the league. Man City are saying they are the new leopard in the tree, so they don't want any pressure, Manchester City. The only club that has the most pressure currently are Arsenal. The club that people say they must are Arsenal. If you are coming here and tell me Chelsea must, for example, let's say Chelsea finished second this year and they add players and Maresca next season, Chelsea are going to be the most talked about. The reason why in the world of YouTube, people say Liverpool are the most relevant club. Liverpool are currently the most stable club for me. The most relevant in terms of content, the most relevant in terms of controversy. Who is the most controversial club now in the league? You tell me who is the most controversial club in the league now in terms of like, should they win the league, about the transfer targets, about everything. Who's the most controversial team in the league? Definitely not Man United. Definitely not Man United. Definitely not. Someone said City. Nah, bro. Everyone knows it's Arsenal. The most controversial club now on the internet is Arsenal. That you know it, I know it, everyone knows it. Their manager is under the most pressure. Their players are tipped to leave the club because if they want to win trophies, they should leave Arsenal, of course, and go to a different club. Arsenal must win the league. Why did you sign Madueke? Oh my God, why aren't you not signing a left winger? You're not asking this question for City, though. The only question you're asking for City is that why you're not signing a right back. Liverpool, it's all about, have you done wrong with Isak or not? That's the only point, right? The only controversial one is freaking, what's his name? It's Arsenal. I want you guys to listen to what my man said here. What's his name? What's his name? Tony Adams or whatever. Like, watch this, guys. Watch this. Let's see what Tony Adams have said. Watch this. Listen. It's very good. Hit the like button. Every time. Internet is gonna come back. Every time I share the screen, I'm gonna lag for a second and then come back. It's back now.
You're not going to win the league with Odegaard as captain. Sorry.
Are you
Wait, unmute.
You're not going to win the league with Odegaard as captain. I'm sorry.
a fan of Arteta?
Oh, I think he. What? He's got a really big call to make this year. And for me, he hasn't done it. And the call is to make Declan Rice the captain. I think Declan is my kind of captain, and what it might do, it might free Odegaard up to play with a bit more freedom. Terry Venables did it. He took David Platt and he put me as captain, and Glenn Hoddle took me out and put Alan Shearer, which was a silly decision. But every now and again, as a manager, you have to put someone that reflects you, that reflects the football club, that you think you can actually take it to the next level.
Does he reflect Arteta?
I think he's better than Arteta. I think he's a winner. I think he's an Arsenal leader in the dressing room, around the training camp. He's got standards, he's got principles. I think big managers go, right, actually, you're my man now.
Did you say, I think Rice is better than Arteta? He's a winner, as in Arteta's not a winner?
Well, I think, yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying he's got an opportunity this year to actually turn into a winner. 5 years now. 5 years, he got great success at the start with a very defensive team. He got everyone behind the ball, basically, and we nicked the FA Cup. So going on and winning leagues, to win league titles, you have to be a Klopp, you have to be a Ferguson, you have to lead by example, you have to be a winner, you have to go about your business, and that reflects in your captain. And by making Odegaard a captain, is a reflection of Arteta, and I can really see that. And I'm seeing Declan Rice as a captain, but I'm saying to Arteta, come on, step up now. It's your time to be a winning manager and a fantastic manager, because you're not going to win the league with Odegaard as captain. I'm sorry. It's going to be a rotation job, and you're going to get the same mentality of sometimes him and that one to come out and that one to go in and that one. You know, you've got someone in there that's going to play every game all season, that's going to encourage people to come in and do this and do that and lay the foundations of a title-winning team. Declan Rice can do that. Odegaard can't. Come on, Arteta, make him captain.
How does everyone see this, but not Arteta? And some Arsenal fans still think that, bro, like, he really doesn't rate Mikel Arteta, as Papa Bear is saying. He really doesn't rate Mikel Arteta, Tony Adams. He thinks that Mikel Arteta is not a winner. I don't know. What do Arsenal fans think? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm going to say it again. I think that Martin Odegaard is a good player. I think one of the worst decisions that happened at Arsenal is make Odegaard the captain. I think that is, like, if we talk about the signing of Kai Havertz as maybe one of the worst decisions that he did, I'm gonna have to be honest with you people. I think that Martin Odegaard decision is one of the worst as well. Like, I think putting Martin Odegaard as the captain is I think it actually hindered Martin Odegaard himself as well. It actually made him worse. You know what I mean? Like, I think it put more pressure on him in terms of performances, and I don't see a leader in Martin Odegaard. You know, like, when you look at some people, you look at their body language, you look at how they perform, and the captain is an attitude. The captain is an attitude on the pitch. The captain is someone who I look towards when, like, things are not going well. I don't, like, if things are going well, I don't look at my captain and ask for help. You know, I don't look at my captain and ask for, like, encouragement. I don't ask for instructions. Captaincy shows more when things are not going your way. You know what I mean? That is the problem. You know what I mean? That is the thing about it. And, like, to be honest with you, and I'm going to say this, and people are not going to like it. You know why some Liverpool, like Arne Slot, have given Van Dijk, like, even though Salah has played more games for Liverpool than Van Dijk, he has joined the club before Van Dijk. Because it's not about how old you are or how long have you been at the club. I believe that Salah, as much as I love Salah, and he is my guy and my Egyptian guy, I believe when things don't go well for Salah, sometimes he put his head down and he kind of surrender to what is going on around him. Like, but I'm looking at Van Dijk and I'm also thinking, even in when things are not going well for Liverpool, Van Dijk is always there talking to the rest of the team. You know what I mean? He doesn't put his head down like the rest. You know what I mean? That is the reality. And that's why I believe that Van Dijk is a better captain than Mohamed Salah, because his head is always up. And that is like, with all due respect, that Jordan Henderson for Liverpool was that guy. You know, Jordan Henderson was always like, on people, let's go, come on, lads, let's go, come on, boys, let's go, let's do it. It didn't matter, the situation is. And that is why I believe that the captaincy is not only about how good looking you are, how good your hair is. It's about your leadership on the pitch. And as in the great movie, Remember the Titans, attitude reflects leadership. Attitude reflects leadership. And that is why it's a tough topic, to be honest with you. Eze is a cock. If he waits Arsenal, clearly he's a backup plan for them, and they might not come in for him. But you have to remember that his dream is to play for Arsenal. And also, Tony, you support Spurs clearly because you have a Spurs thing, but currently Arsenal and Spurs are not on the same level. Like, Arsenal are a team that is challenging for the league next season, supposedly. Arsenal are a team that is supposedly challenging for the Premier League as well. Spurs are a team in a rebuild phase with Thomas Frank. Spurs are in a team that maybe if they get 6 or 7, some fans will be okay. And that wouldn't be a massive step up for someone like Eze, who's 27 years old. So him committing his future to Spurs might be the second option. And I understand it. Like, 5-7 years ago, when Spurs were reaching Champions League finals, Spurs were closer to the top than Arsenal. At that time, Spurs had Harry Kane, had Dembele, had Vertonghen and Alderweireld, and you had a great team at that time. So at that time, probably when people looked at Spurs, it's like, yeah, the trajectory of Spurs is a little bit better than Arsenal. But right now, if you're looking at the trajectory of Arsenal, it is a little bit ahead of the Spurs project, isn't it? You have to admit. I know that you think winning Europa League is makes you somehow closer to the top. Still, they are hesitant. You know what I mean? There is hesitancy about him choosing Spurs over Arsenal. If it was Spurs over Newcastle, I would say maybe choose Spurs. You know what I mean? But currently, and I understand your super chat, like he's waiting for Arsenal. His dream is to play for Arsenal. So I understand why he would wait for Arsenal. To be honest, to play for them, it's a dream that he wants to play for them. So I understand. And I wanted to speak a little bit about Liverpool, actually, and the Mark Gahey news and Indy Kyla. Now, before we go to Arsenal, I'm just going to say something. This guy is crying on the internet again. It was the worst season of my life. Oh my God, I can't take it that I'm sitting on the bench. Imagine the little boy that dedicated his entire existence to becoming good at one particular thing. And then what about all the kids that get released from academies? And at the age of 28, he's essentially, bro, you have offers from top clubs as well. You can go play in Turkey. You can go play in Saudi Arabia. But probably you don't want to, right? Because you're a racist as well. So probably Zinchenko, like, he's crying about, oh my God, there's others can do the job. That is life. That you're still crying, bro. I know this kid. This is a guy that plays on emotions. I know that for a fact, He plays on emotions. Oh, he's crying again. Bro, you know what I'm talking about, Fonzie. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. We're not going there, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna mention it, but you know exactly. Maybe he's not racist, but he's something else. And you know what I'm talking about, guys. He's not racist, but maybe he's something else. Everyone in the chat know exactly. You have to look it up. Fonzie, just go look it up. Go look it up, Fonzie, for real. Maybe I misspoke. He's not racist, but I think actually that is worse than being racist, actually. Isn't it, no? Do you want to be honest? Supporting a genocide is worse than being racist, isn't it? Isn't it? So yeah. Yeah, like supporting a genocide is worse than being racist, isn't it? Right? Which one is worse, right? Like, which one is worse? Have some shame. Seriously, by the way, I know that some people get a little bit triggered with what I say, but yeah, it is. It is for real, by the way. There is a comeback. You can apologize, like there's a comeback. But yeah, it is. To be honest with you, it is. For any nation, for anybody, it is. Anyway, he's playing on emotions again. He's crying again. He's crying. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. People know. There are worse things than worse. You know what I mean? It's even worse. Anyway, it is what it is. Like, maybe, I don't know why Arteta iced him out, but maybe that is the case. But that is different. But anyway, he's crying again. I don't understand this, to be honest with you. Like, why is he crying? Why is he crying about someone? Everyone gets someone better than him, and he should challenge for his spot. He's always annoyed. He's always, bitching. Like, he's always and like crying and stuff like this. But anyway, I wanted to touch on the this is ridiculous, actually. You know that there is news. This guy Sebastian Vidal keeps insisting that Arsenal are gonna get Eze. Like, he keeps insisting. Khalas, we moved on from Zinchenko. Like, he keeps insisting that he's getting Eze. But there are kind of a strange news that I came across about, like, someone actually said that Konate is gonna be for sale this window. That someone said that Konate is gonna be for sale soon. You know what I mean? Like, I know that some people don't trust this person. I know that you don't, but if Konate is for sale, does that mean they're getting Gehi? Does that mean they're getting Gehi? Mo, when it happened, it made sense. Arsenal were trying to stay relevant with young team, but Berta doesn't want to evolve and change him. That is the problem. What happened? I don't understand. What do you mean by this? Maybe at some point when it happened. What happened? When it happened, it made sense. What do you mean when it happened? What do you mean when it happened? Can someone explain? Can you explain to me what do you mean by when it happened? What happened? What happened? By the way, if Liverpool... Arsenal were trying to stay relevant with young team, but Berta doesn't want to evolve and change him. That is the problem. But Arteta doesn't want to evolve and change him. I get what you're saying, but again, I'm just telling you that, like, Arsenal should have signed it. But listen, I want to go to Liverpool and speak about Liverpool. I'm not planning to stay for long, to be honest. For Konate, though, what happened if, by the way, if Liverpool get Gehi and Leone, I genuinely think they should sell Konate and use the money. I'm being honest. Because Konate might get injured this season. He has a big injury record. So Konate might be injured, and Liverpool fans will be like, "Oh my God, we should have sold him. He's going on a free." You know what I mean? He's going on a free. Oh my God, we should have sold him. I think Liverpool, if he doesn't renew the contract, he should be sold right away. But the problem that is happening is that there are news about Guehi, like it's not like there are news about Guehi and not having agreed personal terms, you know? Like, yeah, this one. Like, Indicala has been just in Mark Guehi add-ons not agreed and Real Madrid to chase Konate. We have to release the news early, but it looks like the fee for Mark Guehi isn't quite settled. According to different sources who reached out to us, we understand that the fee was agreed yesterday, but something has changed overnight from Crystal Palace side and caused a minor U-turn. There is still a 5 million gap that needs to be bridged by Liverpool in the add-ons. This is expected to get sorted out soon. We wanted to keep you in the loop. On another note, the word is that Real Madrid is gearing up to make a move for Ibrahima Konate once that Guehi deal goes through. So it looks like maybe Liverpool are changing from Konate to Guehi, not getting Guehi. And that suits the narrative. And that suits the narrative that has been running lately, that Guehi is asking for guarantees game time. You know what I mean? That means that he might, like Guehi wants a little bit of guarantees game time. And Yanis here, big up Yanis. Ben Jacob said that Konate may go on a free. LFC prefer. Like, I get your point. I get your point. My point about this is, I think that Guehi would want to go to Liverpool with a little bit of guarantees because there will be bonuses in his contract and he wants guarantees about game time and playing. Because me and you know, Yanis, and all the Liverpool fans in the chat can know that if Konate and Van Dijk are fit, they play every big game. And Guehi doesn't play the big games. Me and you know this. Unless there is an injury, Konate, right, will actually play because he's better than Guehi currently for the Liverpool system, right? Am I wrong to say this? He's better than Guehi for the Liverpool, than Guehi. Like, if it was me, I would play Konate and Van Dijk. That is the reality, as long as they are fit. So Guehi would play the other games, right? Would be a rotational player, would play the other games. So I'm sure that Guehi will be looking for a little bit of guarantees. You know what I mean? A little bit. And I understand that. And also Liverpool should cash on for Konate. If they get Guehi and Leone and Gomez is coming back, maybe they should cash on. 40 million, 50 million for Konate. That's not bad, though. Agreed, it's why Guehi hasn't agreed yet. Probably that is the reality. So you agree with me. So probably that is the reality. You're absolutely spot on. And I believe that. But by the way, I'm just going to say this. Liverpool should never fucking ever sell to the Premier League clubs. Liverpool should not sell to Chelsea. Man City or Arsenal are not coming in for Konate. But Liverpool should not sell. If Man City or Chelsea come in 60, 70 million, they should never sell Konate to a Premier League club. He should go to Real Madrid, even if it's for less money. That is what I think. That is my opinion. Guys, can I ask you guys for something? It's over 500, almost 600 people in the house. Because I didn't do a poll, can we get the likes up to 400 at least in this solo show underneath your live chat? Right? So let's get the likes up a little bit. There is a lot of people here, guys. So can we get the likes up a little bit? It is very important. It's not good enough for us. Fuck off. If I have some shame and decorum. He's not good enough for you. Konate is arguably better than all your center backs, isn't he? Is there anyone better than Konate at Manchester City? Is there anyone? What if Konate says he wants a Premier League team just like Isak? Yeah, he can say whatever. But I don't know. It's not. I know. It's JJ. I know it's not a choice. Like at some time, Liverpool will like. If Liverpool let him go on a free, he can choose whatever club he wants. But you know that it's like. Tell me a name. Give me a name, you fraud. Give me a name. Give me a name. Who is better than Konate at your team? Tell me one name. Tell me one name. We can actually get the. Are you afraid of saying a name? You're afraid of saying a name at Man City that is better than Konate. Say a name. Say my name. Say a name. You guys don't know that. Gavardiol. Not you. Say a name. Say a name. Say a name. Don't do this. Let's not do this. I want you to say a name. You. I don't want the other City fans to say a name. Say a name at City that is better than Ibrahima Konate as a defender, as a center back. I want your opinion. Say your opinion. What are you afraid to say it? Are you afraid to say the name? Tell me. I don't want the others. I see your comments, guys. I see the people that say Gavardiol, whatever. I want his name. I want him to come out and say who does he think that Konate that is better than Konate at City. It's not. I don't see your comments. See, no, it's not a super chat. I'm not asking for super chat. I'm asking you to say a name. You German chicken wing. A name. You can't. Is it? What are you? You're afraid to say the name. Say the name. You can say. Here you go. Ake, Gavardiol are better at defending than him. Oh, Ake and Gavardiol are better than Ibrahima Konate. You know what? I can argue Gavardiol with you. I can argue Gavardiol with you, but I won't be able to argue Ake. Ake. Nathan Ake. You bottled it, you fraud. You bottled it. You fraud. Gavardiol. And also Gavardiol is good, but he's not. To be honest, I would take Konate over Gavardiol. It's only the injury record of Konate. If Konate is always fit, it's just no. Bro, no, I disagree with you. But again, you had the courage to say you said it. It's fine. Yes, Odegaard captaincy. So thank you so much for sending the super chat. It was you are the one who said about when it happened. It was made sense. Arsenal were trying to stay relevant with young team, but Arteta doesn't want to evolve and change him. Okay, I hear your point. That's why Gay hasn't agreed the team yet. Someone says Ake is him. Ake is him. Ake. لا guys والله لا. City consistent players in the back line. I will give you Gavardiol. I believe Gavardiol maybe can be better than Konate, but no. I'm not doing this. I can't do it. Can't do it. Who's live? I can redirect to. Who's live? I need to redirect to someone. My mouse is active. LB. Definitely gonna redirect to LB. Definitely gonna redirect to LB because he redirected to me. Yes, 100%. But my mouse is not fucking working. I don't know why. Anyway, guys, hit that like button before you go, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you are. I'm redirecting to LB to be honest with you because he redirected to me. But it's not working. Anyway, I will see you guys probably tomorrow at 2 p.m. And thank you so much for everyone that is supporting the channel. That was a short show. I will see you guys. And I'm out of here, people.